one thing that I hate. There's a copperhead right there. We can't let him get away. I don't know if you see him, Dad. He's curled up right now. He's in defense mode. All right, I see him. You see his tail?
I see his head. His tail and his head right at the same spot.
Correct.
Have
so
you got him on camera?
Barely.
Close, real close.
I mean, all right, so his tail and his head's pointed back towards me. He's looking right at me. See him?
Yeah, I see him.
See him, folks? Look, this is a copperhead right here. This is a big size one from around the house in North Carolina. Matter of fact, this is the third one that I've seen in my life in the wild. This is kind of a big deal for us North Carolina boys because not every day. He's coming out, Dad. He's coming. He's coming. You see him? Perfect timing right there. Catch him right at the gutter. Catch him at the gutter. Got him.
Hi, got you, baby.
Got him. Got him.
Yep, got him.
Got him. All right, Dad, let him up. You got his head?
Yeah, I got him. Yes, sir.
Put him out here in the grass, Pops.
That's not
a great big one, folks.
Snake, but
that's big enough. That'll hurt you. It's poisonous. It'll kill you.
It ain't so much it'll kill you, it'll mess you
It'll
up.
cripple you, man. It'll cripple you. See, that's an actual. How old do you think that snake is, Dad?
2 years old.
2 years old. And stretch him out there. Stretch him out, kind of.
He's not a monster, but for up around the bushes and in the house,
he's a predator.
Yeah.
This is a predator snake right here.
He's probably 18 inches long. But
And he's about 1/2 inch diameter. See if you get there. But this is prime example. A lot of people from not around here don't think we have poisonous snakes, but
that snake right there will hurt you. If you ever see one that snake, I'm getting at that snake right here. That snake wasn't like a black snake. As soon as I started digging in there, he got defensive
quickly,
and he held his ground. He did not run. He had plenty enough time to run. He had plenty enough time to cover.
And matter of fact, guys, I mean, let's just back you up here right now. I just climbed in that magnolia tree and walked all the way around him.
He's all up in there.
All in there. Matter of fact, there's a good possibility he could have been in the tree. I don't know.
Yeah.
But long story short is, you see what kind of a camouflage. Dad kept saying, don't lose him in the weeds. Throw him right here against this color right here, Dad.
Yeah,
you can't.
You can't see it, but what I'm getting at,
Well, that's not a good.
Get him up on the leaves.
Get him in the leaves, man.
But what people don't know about that snake.
See, I mean, it is like you can't see him at first thought. I had my earmuffs in, and Dad said, shovel, shovel, shovel. I said, what's going on? I ditched the backpack blower right there. You can see when it comes to copperheads, folks, we do not take them. We don't lose them. We don't get them out of our sight because they are no way, shape, or form need to be around a house or in a neighborhood with kids.
They'll bite you. You don't even know they bite you, and then the next thing you know, you got a rotten place on your foot, and it won't heal. It'll never heal.
Never heal. No, a lady that got bit in the leg. Matter of fact, is my mama's sister, and my aunt Tanya. She got bit on to this day.
To this day, still the skin just rots off there around. They thought just gonna have to amputate her leg.
She walked out of a carport. She walked kind of out of a stoop like this and walked out. It was dusk at night and stepped right on it, and it turned around and bit her about probably the size of that one, and they all but took her leg. So
I'll tell you another story too. A friend of mine, he killed one pretty good size, probably 5 times as big as that one right there. He cut his head off. He cut it off that morning. He's gonna let that thing lay there. He went down there that afternoon, was gonna get the head. He's gonna take the head up there and put it in a jar. And
them heads, by the way, let me interject. They're a diamond shape almost. They come to like a pit viper. Go ahead, Dad.
And then the eyes. I found this out not long ago. Their eyes is like cat eyes. But anyway, he reached down and got that thing. Well, the muscles in that snake was still
active.
Yeah, and he picked that thing up, and that head or that piece of that snake reached around, bit him on the hand. Now this was several hours later, and he had to go to the hospital and about lost his hand because he messed with that snake. But anyway.
So you've heard an old tale now, and this will kind of be, Dad, what's the old tale in the South about snakes, man? What are you supposed to do with them when you chop the head off?
You're supposed to hang them in a tree, hang the snake in a tree and then leave them there till it rains. Supposed to bring the rain on.
Yep.
That's an old wise
That's an
tale.
old wise tale that our fathers and fathers and fathers before us had passed down. And in my opinion, you hang a snake up headless in a tree, it can't bite nobody. And matter of fact, the birds, in my opinion, take care of them. So, anyways, that's
that copperhead right there is the first copperhead I've probably seen up this close around to a house in probably 15, 20 years.
And
20 years, I know.
I've seen multiple. We live pretty close to North Carolina Zoo here. I live about 25 minutes away from the gates, and I've seen copperheads in captive. I've lived here all my life, have been very aware of where I step, and this was probably, matter of fact, this might have been the first copperhead I've seen in person on a job in any capacity in my life. Yeah.
But all that to be said, what I'm telling you, they are around here. You don't see them a lot, but see my arm right there? See my arm? I've seen about 4 in my lifetime around here. This is big around as my arm right there, and that's
no hyperbole either, because these snakes, they're designed. They stick around a long time because they are the apex predators of this area as far as the snake world comes. Black snakes kill them if black snakes can be as mean as they are. They're like I said, Dad dug that whole magnolia stump out. He was on it for 30 minutes. I had a leaf blower going. Old black racer or old black snake, it'd run from you. It'd run from you quick. A black racer would get up on its tail and chase you. I've had that happen before. Hence the reason why I'm terrified of snakes. But this joker right here is the meanest, in my opinion, that North Carolina has to offer when it comes to snakes. That little joker right there. See, he's still moving, folks. Still gives me the jitters. Look at him moving. I mean, what creature does that? Look at him. He's still fighting. That's why you hang him up in a tree, folks. Look at him. If his head was anywhere near him, his head could still bite and throw off some venom. So kind of a little nature lesson for you folks today. This is something that you cannot afford to miss on camera, because this doesn't happen often. So anyways, that's a copperhead in its natural habitat. And yeah. So, long story short, guys, I'm not Steve Irwin, never claimed to be, but sometimes us country boys, working boys, have to deal with some wildlife, and it definitely makes me uncomfortable. But being with my main man, and he takes care of snakes better than I can. I'm the grab the phone, record guy, and he is the execute guy, for real. So anyways, simple job turned into a little bit of excitement. You can see where I dropped everything of mine, my hat included, the backpack blower. And when my dad says get a shovel, and he doesn't say anything else, I know what that means. I've been his snake killing partner for quite some time now. So anyways, folks, I'm gonna check off here. This is White with Tried Dirt Works, and hated we had to kill a creature, but this is one that needs to be killed in my opinion. So anyways, folks, you have a nice day, and we'll catch you on the next one.